I want to talk to you about studying in Europe. People normally think that studying in US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand and UK are the best destinations. But I would like to share with you certain merits of studying in Europe. Europe consists of 26 countries that together form an umbrella that is called as Schengen umbrella. And they have a common currency called as euro. Whenever a person gets a visa to travel to Europe for his studies, he travels on a visa that is called as Schengen visa. The speciality of this visa is that through this visa, he can travel to all these 26 countries without border checks. There is no restriction between borders of different countries. In Europe, the cost of education when compared to other countries like US and Canada is far lesser. It's because the European countries invest a lot of money on higher education, making the education affordable to all the students, and they provide it of best quality. In Europe, every country, they have their own fees policy. You have countries where students don't need to spend any money for their education. It is no fees. Countries like Germany, Italy and Norway, where education is free. There are lots of countries where the cost of education is very less, varying from 1.5 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs per year. Countries like Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Portugal, Czech Republic, Cyprus, all these countries, the cost is very less. But the educational quality is of very high standard. In Europe, when students want to travel to Europe, they normally have an ambition to travel to developed countries in Europe. That is to Germany, to Netherlands, to France, to Sweden, to Switzerland, all these countries. But in those countries, the cost of education is slightly higher. Let's say about 10,000 euros on an average. But Europe has a wonderful option to fulfill the dream of every student who wants to travel abroad. There is a program called as Erasmus Student Exchange Program. And this program is available in Europe since 1987. When you travel to Europe, if you don't have higher funds, more funds to travel to developed countries, you can travel to a less expensive country for your first semester of education. And after your first semester of education, in your college campus, you will have this department called as Erasmus Student Exchange Department. If you can approach the department with your first semester results, if you don't have any arrear track record in that, you can get a chance of traveling to the best country under this Erasmus Student Exchange Program, where you are not charged any extra fee, but there is an additional stipend you are given, that is between 400 euros to 600 euros. Europe also offers you practical based learning. In Europe, a student who goes abroad for education, he is allowed to work as per the law of the European Union up to 20 hours a week. In Europe, the colleges work for 5 days a week, that is from Monday to Friday. And during those 5 days, you can work for 2 hours a day, which means from Monday to Friday, 2 hours per day. You can work for 10 hours for these 5 days. And Saturday and Sunday, you are allowed to work 5 hours a day. So together, per week, you are allowed to work for 20 hours. Then, if you put it together for 4 weeks, an international student, when he is studying in Europe, can work for 80 hours. And during this 80 hours, as per the labor law of Europe, a student can earn up to 10 euros per hour, which means for 80 hours a month, a student can earn up to 800 euros, which is about 64,000 rupees on an average. Europe also gives an option for the student after his studies to stay back and work. Though every country has its own policy ranging from 6 months to 2 years. And it is during this time a student can get a permanent job and can convert his student visa into a resident visa, which is equivalent to a PR in Canada. Europe offers wide variety of education systems. All fields of education, whether it's arts, it's humanities, engineering, sports, law, management, architecture, nursing, for all these fields of education, Europe gives a wonderful opportunity. And most of the countries, the visa norms are very, very simple. So I encourage you to have Europe as an option in your mind for studying abroad.